Hey, what is up everyone? With Season 10 out today, we got a brand new Plunder Pass to talk about. And honestly, this Plunder Pass has got me pretty excited. So right off the bat, I know one of the biggest questions usually with these is how many ancient coins we're getting with this Plunder Pass. And based off the quick scan I did, it kind of looks like we have 1,000 ancient coins that you're unlocking from this. However, I have not seen any real confirmation from Sea of Thieves about it yet. So take a look down at the pinned comment about this. If I get any more information, I'll leave a note down there about it. But as of right now, I'm kind of going under the assumption that this is 1,000 ancient coins, because that's what it looks like to me. I do wish in the future that Sea of Thieves would be a little bit more clear how many ancient coins you're actually getting in these rewards in the past, rather than just showing like it's a big haul of ancient coins or a small haul. With all that said though, I still got a good amount of thoughts to talk about with this Plunder Pass. So this Plunder Pass features the new Stormfish Chaser set. And this set is probably my favorite of all the Plunder Pass sets that we've gotten in the past. This set personally I find very appealing, but I do think there are some ways that they could have improved this. So starting at level 1 is actually pretty interesting. I don't remember the last time we've had like clothing as like individual pieces in the Plunder Pass. I don't know if we've ever had that. Usually it's a costume that you get different levels of. And I will say, I feel like if you put all these outfits together, it's a little bit of a weaker package than the costumes we've had in the past. But let's just take a look at it, and then I'll give more of my thoughts at the end after we've looked at everything. So at level 1, we have the Stormfish Chaser hat. And this one, honestly, is kind of basic in my opinion. It's something that you would see like in the Outpost shop, not really a premium cosmetic in my opinion. I think it looks fine. I like the little hook detail that's on it. But other than that, there's not much going on with this hat. Moving on to level 10, we have the Stormfish Chaser Cannon Flare. Now, I really like the way these cannon flares look. They burst out electricity when you shoot them. Something that I'm not sure about yet, though, is how obstructive these are when you're shooting with them. I think they look really cool, but until we get like more of a first-person view of it, I am not too sure about that. But in general, I really like these cannon flares. At level 13, you'll unlock the Stormfish Chaser Capstan, and I think this capstan looks really nice. I really like the little like navigation thing at the top of it, and I just like the aesthetics of it with the steel and kind of the brownish tones to it. Following that at level 20, we have the Stormfish Chaser Hull. This hull is fine. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but I also wouldn't say it's bad. It's just kind of whatever in my opinion. Hulls I think are a little bit difficult because there's not that much you can do with them. You can do a nice paint job with it, but really at a certain point, you know, there's only so much you can do. At level 23, you get the basic version of the Stormfish Chaser sails. Obviously, like I've talked about in every Plunder Pass video since they started doing this, I really don't like that we have like the regular cosmetics and then the collector's cosmetics inside the Plunder Pass, because it's just taking up a spot that could be going to like a better cosmetic. And it just wastes their time, honestly, in terms of making these cosmetics when they could just focus on the collector's version and then something else. So I'm not a big fan of these sails, honestly. I don't think there's anything wrong with the sail, but kind of like the hat, it's something that you would see like in the Outpost cosmetics or something. It's not really like a premium sail in my opinion. What I do like a lot though is at level 30 with the Stormfish Chaser wheel. So this wheel might be one of my more favorite things of this Plunder Pass. I think just the design of it with its finding of like crooked steers and stuff, as well as just the design of the Stormfish on the front of it, I think all look really cool. I think if you didn't want to get the whole Plunder Pass but you like this wheel would go really well with like the Dawn Hunter set that's from the Outpost Cosmetics, or something else that looks somewhat like that. But I'm a big fan of this wheel. At level 40 we have the Stormfish Chaser Cannon. Honestly, not the biggest fan of this one. It's not bad or anything, it's just kind of, in my opinion, a little bit boring. I do like the Stormfish on the side of it, but other than that, not much going on with this. And I also think that it might be harder to aim with. If you look at it, it kind of bumps up and then it comes down, and there's no sight on it. And if you know, like if you've seen any of my gameplay, or you've heard me talk about it before, I really only like the cannons that have basically a straight barrel with the sight at the end. That's my opinion on it. Doesn't mean it's a bad cannon, I just probably won't use it. At level 50 we have an interesting one for the Plunder Pass, and this is the Stormfish Chaser hook. So this hook is interesting to me. It just seems weird that it's a Plunder Pass reward. I guess it's because we're not getting a costume this time, we're just getting pieces of the clothing. And I still haven't just made a decision whether or not I like that yet. I think the hook's fine, but there might have been better stuff that could have been used for this spot. I also think they could have gone with a more interesting hook design, honestly. This one's very basic. There's nothing that really stands out to say like, okay, this is the Stormfish Chaser hook. It just kind of looks like a normal hook in my opinion. You could even say like, oh, this is the Silver Blade hook or something, or, you know, say some other set, and it'd be like, okay, because it's just very basic looking in my opinion. At level 60, we have the same problem with the sails, and this is just the basic version of the Stormfish Chaser figurehead. Honestly, not big fan of this one. I think it kind of looks a little bit goofy, and I probably wouldn't ever use it, but it will be redeemed in the future with the collector's version of the figurehead. When looking at this basic version of the Stormfish Chaser figurehead, I have the same question that I had with the basic version of the sails, which is, why is this here? Why did they spend time making this when this could have been another cosmetic? I really miss when the Plunder Passes used to have emotes in the pass. We used to have with, like, I think it was just Season 1 and Season 2. They would give, like, emotes with it, they'd give some ship cosmetics, and all sorts of stuff. I want them to bring that stuff back because I feel like that was when the Plunder Pass was a lot better. Moving on, at level 70 you get the Stormfish Chaser flag. I think this flag looks nice, but it's just a flag. There's not really much to talk about with this one, so we'll move on. Following that, at level 80, now this one is definitely my favorite thing that's in this entire pass, and this is the Stormfish Chaser Collector's figurehead. Now this one takes that basic version and ups it to level 100. This one looks really cool. I like that it's a lot darker. It's more of a black stormfish rather than the kind of purplish stormfish that we saw before. And this one has a light blue tip at the end, as well as the light blue eyes that are piercing out. And in game, when you have it equipped, it will have lightning effects that are going around it. So I think it looks really interesting, and it would be a very nice striking design for any ship. Following that, at level 90, it's a bit of a letdown following that last reward. But this is the Stormfish Chaser jacket, and aesthetically I don't have any problems with it. I don't think it looks bad or anything. I guess my only problem is it looks like similar to stuff that we've already had. I can't really put my finger on what exactly it reminds me of, but I feel like we've had other jackets in the game that look exactly like this, just maybe different colors and stuff. But honestly, I think for a Plunder Pass or like a premium thing that you're paying extra money for and stuff, it's doesn't seem worth it in my opinion. If it wasn't for the figurehead and like the wheel and the anchor and stuff, I probably wouldn't get this pass because like the outfit that you're getting with it just isn't that great in my opinion. But you know, you get it with everything else. Finally, at level 100 we have the Stormfish Chaser Collector Sails. This one is definitely a better version of what we saw previously, but there's not that much going on with it still. I think it's a fine design, but honestly, it almost looks like if it could have been just the basic version itself. There's nothing that really screams to me that this is like a collector's version that, you know, deserves that like title or anything. I wish there was like some lightning effects with it, kind of similar to what we had with the figurehead, or something. Like even just the design on it kind of just looks a little basic in my opinion. I think they could have done a little bit better with this. So I think the figurehead, the wheel, the anchor, even the hull to an extent, all look really good. And then the sails kind of bring it down just a bit. But I still really like this ship set. I think the ship set looks really nice. And compared to all the previous ship sets that we've had in the Plunder Passes in past seasons, this is my favorite ship set. Definitely not my favorite costume though. So basically, instead of a costume, we just got clothing items that go with it. And part of me kind of likes that move because it gives you more customization. If you want to just use like say the hat and nothing else, you can. But the other part of it is you kind of lose a lot of the interesting designs that you can get. Like say like the Dark Warsmith costume, whether you like it or don't like it, that wouldn't really work as like a modular design where you have like different pieces of it. Same with some of the other outfits that we've got in the past. So I'm a bit disappointed with the costume. I like the ship set. I think it would have been cool, honestly, if they took like the Ruby Splashtail design and then did like a darker, I guess more like edgy version of it that was like designed after a Stormfish. And then you could have had like the two parallels, like you have like someone that's wearing the Ruby Splashtail outfit, and then you have this person wearing the Stormfish Chaser outfit. And that would have looked a lot cooler than just this, I guess, basic outfit. That looks kind of like the Dawn Hunter outfits or something. I think that might be what I'm thinking it looks like. I think there was a lot of room for improvement with this Plunder Pass, but in general, I'm pretty satisfied with it compared to other ones. I will let you all know if it is or isn't 1,000 ancient coins in the pinned comment below once I find that out. But if it isn't 1,000 ancient coins, I think that brings it down a lot of points in my mind. If it is 1,000 ancient coins, so like I'm thinking it is, then I think this is a no-brainer to buy if you're someone that already has the ancient coins available and you play Sea of Thieves long enough, then you really aren't losing anything from getting this because you'll make your money back for it and you'll have some cosmetics to go with it. That's my opinion on this Plunder Pass. I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts in the comments below. Was there anything in this pass that really stood out to you? I would love to hear all y'all's thoughts down there in the comments below. But if you enjoyed this video, it'd be great if you like and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye y'all.